Okay, so I'm going to do a few videos on difference of cubes, sum of cubes, a factoring example, and log division. So video 1 is going to focus on difference of cubes. So before we get there, recall that x squared minus 81. If both of these components are perfect squares and there's subtraction, we have a difference of two perfect squares. A difference of squares. And recall that when that happens, we know that the square root of x squared is x, and the square root of 81 is 9. And so when this happens, when we have a difference of two perfect squares, we know the factors are x plus 9, x minus 9. That's just a rule that we remembered to make it easy. If you distribute this out, you'll see you get x squared minus 81. So the general rule of a different squares were if you have a squared minus b squared, so if a is a perfect square and b is a perfect squared, then it's a plus b times a minus b. X plus 9, x minus 9. So what happens if we have a difference of cubes? So if this is a perfect cube, x times x times x is x cubed, and this is a perfect cube, 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. If you need to check if it's a perfect cube, if you don't remember by your brain, you can get out your calculator and you can go to math, and there is the cube root symbol, and then when you plug 27 in, you get 3. So that is a perfect square. So if this is a perfect cube and 27 is a perfect cube and there's subtraction, we have a difference of cubes. So how that will work is our factors will be x minus 3 and x squared plus 3x plus 9. And if you distribute that, you see x times x squared is x cubed, x times 3x is 3x, x times 9 is 9x. I'm sorry, x times 3x is 3x squared, and x times 9 is 9x. Negative 3 times x squared is negative 3x squared. Negative 3 times 3x is negative 9x. And negative 3 times 9 is negative 27. You'll see that everything cancels out except for the x cubed and the negative 27. Wham! So the general form of a difference of cubes is a cubed minus b cubed. Then one factor will be a minus b, so x minus 3. And the other factor will be x squared, or a squared plus a times b plus b squared. So in this example, the cube root of x cubed is x. The cube root of 27 is 3. So the x is the a value, 3 is the b value. So one factor is x minus 3, the other factor is x squared plus 3x plus 9. Now, can you factor this even more? No. Nothing multiplies to give you 9 and adds to give you 3, silly people. So you are either going to have to use the quadratic formula or you're going to have to complete the square. And we'll get to more on that in the last video of tonight's lessons. So that is all for video 1. Goodbye.